Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. Today I wanted to take a closer look at the 300 series of ships, more specifically the new customization system for them. In 3.5.1's PTU, we have access to that customization system now. At the moment, that's Concierge, subscribers, and Evocati that have access, but it should go to wider PTU before the assumed live release by the probably 7th of June, towards the end of this week, I am expecting. But let's take a look at that customization, what we can do, and what it all sort of means, and their test prices for that. So we've got the range of 300 ships that are going to be available in 3.5.1. So the 300i obviously was already available, but now the customization for it is as well. The 315p, the 325a, and the 350r. They have a different sort of color scheme and base set of components, typically, but you can customize them in quite interesting ways. So let's check out the 315. Let's check out the 325a, for example. Bam. This brings up this little web-based customizer. If you already own one of the 300 series, in your hangar on the website will be a little customize button that you can click on and then customize your ship. Now, there are some free skins that are going to be available. You can see here, bam, 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 and they are different for each of the different variants, those free Origin Celebration skins. There's also a variety of different standard colors that you can go through that will be free. And then there are some premium and metallic ones and a variety of not free options which will cost real money, microtransactions, because at the moment they're costed at like $1 or $2 each for each of these things. So these aren't final prices by any means, but it's expected that sort of like some of the color options will be $1, some of them will be $2, they're like the metallic ones. Now, all of this will be available in game at some point, at point of purchase for the ship. This is manufacturer customization of your ships. However, it is not fully available now. You can certainly buy weapons and components in game now to customize your ship, but not the aesthetic changes. They are only currently purchasable via real money via this system. But as I said, it will eventually be available in-game for in-game credits. So nothing that you need to get. You're not missing out by not getting it at this stage. Potentially, maybe the Origin Celebration colors, maybe they won't be available in exactly the same way again in the future. A lot of the stuff they're doing, they want to have sort of exclusives for colors and that sort of thing. But we can go deeper. We can change other things which will cost money. So we've seen that the premium colors were $1 here, $2 for the metallic ones. Let's have a weird metallic color for now. Let's go inside the cockpit though. So we can have sort of like a wooden dashboard, a red one, or a grey one. I believe these particular cockpit customizations are the same throughout the 300 series. And we can have carbon fiber one, which would cost $1 rather than free. We can like go for the hazard warning stripes. I quite like that now. But obviously these standard ones are free, so you can customize your ship to a certain degree without spending any money. But let's have the more expensive little carbon fiber one. And then we can choose the steering wheel. You can see here the standard one, but we can change it for the sporty one if we so wish. The 300R, for example, 350R in fact, I believe comes with the sport steering wheel as standard. But let's change to the sport steering wheel. We've got the sporty chair, or the normal chair. Again, I believe the 350R comes with the sporty chair. We'll look at it in a second. But let's go for the standard one, because the sporty one costs $2. We can change the materials of the chair. Yeah, why not? Let's change it so it's like a brown leather. Although there's a white leather, which costs more money. And then we can get the finish for the sort of like logo on the front and the back. It's annoying that it doesn't allow me to... Oh, I can actually scroll through the pictures. See the different parts of it, which I didn't realise. We see the back of the chair. So we can see some of the changes. They affect the front and the back. And you've got to scroll through those pictures to actually see the changes. Let's change the carbon fiber there. Then we've got bed covers. We can go for the standard ones. Free. I think that looks horrible. But then we've got the, for like $1 extra, you can get silly Origin branded ones. I'm upset that we don't have the Captain's Quarter ones from the, was it the Starfarer? With the rockets on and stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to get that aftermarket in the future. Change just to that grey colour. And then we've got the more expensive upgrades. So, as standard, you will have a selection of components and weapons for your ship. It comes with all of this jazz on the right. However, I can upgrade the weapons and items package. I can't select individual weapons and items. I can do that in-game, and when I go in-game, even in 3.5.1, even in 3.5, I can go and select an item, and I can directly fit it to my ship. And in 3.5.1 onwards, whenever you fit or change your ship, modify your ship, that will persist when you reclaim the ship as well. So there is literally no need to get any of these packages. However, when they are available in-game, maybe they will be available cheaper if you buy a bundle. If you buy a new ship with a bundle of gear, maybe that will be cheaper. And the reason I say probably best not to do it is because even the bundles of gear don't have the exact gear that I want at any stage. And we can see here that this particular 325cc upgrade, designed for close encounters, this loadout carries 3 scatterguns supported by upgrades to the standard power plant, shield and cooler. The 325ACC loadout transforms the luxury ship into both a beauty and a beast. But it's $18 as an upgrade, but it upgrades all the components basically there. And then there's the XC, which is the same price, upgrade both firepower and performance with the 325A XC loadout. 3 Gatling guns enhance offensive capabilities, while an advanced military grade power plant, shield and cooler provide improved performance. So that's pretty slick upgrade path for it, but it might not be the perfect one you want, and it's not gimbaled. These are fixed weapons. Sometimes there are sort of gimbaled options as part of these packages, but sometimes there are not. I do just suggest that people just go to center mass on ArcCorp and then just customize your ship as you want, weapons wise there anyway, and lots of systems too. The 325ACL was designed to perform offensive options, provide offensive options anyway. Dual associated S&D, S3 distortion repeaters. Not my favourite sort of loadout. Military grade power plants and shield. And then we've got the LC. It's quite expensive at $29. Now, some of these packages, they're just really expensive. And I think that's going to create a little bit of anger, polarization. Even if people don't use them ever, even if they were available in-game now, this full system, then I still think they'd cause polarization and annoyance just because they increase the value of your package so much. Look, $104. It's a lot of money. And some people see that as nickel and diming. But I'm surprised that the 325A doesn't have a full-on gimbaled sort of like loadout. So I think they're missing a trick there. So I think a lot of people with the auto gimbals will want to be using the gimbals. But now we've also got decorations, they deem them. But these are little pieces of flair that will eventually have full function. So there's a food maker, there's a drinks maker, there's going to be a player status system, which will require you to eat and drink to basically, otherwise you'll get like debuffs to your stamina, that sort of stuff. There's a sound system which may produce sound. There's a little picture frame which you might be able to customize the picture in. And there's a clock at the moment that just literally counts upwards from when you load in. But there's some cool stuff. And now look, $113 seems quite expensive for a ship, especially a smaller fighter. You might as well go for a better fighter or whatever. I did go for the 325A, so there was some additions there. But let's go back to the normal package for weapons. Confirm our selection, and then we can go through the base cost of the ship is $70, and then all of the customizations we've done there. $9 on just random flair for the ship, and all the flair is the same for all of the ships at the moment, for all the 300 series. It's that coffee maker, the food maker, the sound system, the picture frame, and the holo display clock. They will, some of these things will have a lot more function in the future, and they'll keep on adding things. Now, these prices are not final, and the things that they're going to be adding flair-wise and additions and changes to your ship, they're not final either. This is the first iteration of this system, and I'm not sure if it's going to be the best at this stage, because as I said, I don't see any reason to change your weapons and systems at the manufacturer stage. In fact, I think it would be counterproductive to min-maxing. You can even see on the PTU I have to pay VAT, but then it goes up to 20% extra, and you can see the price there. Let's empty our cart, and let's go customize the 350R. As I believe they had, by default, some of the more... any more interesting looks to the ship? But yeah, so as standard, it comes with a sports seat. Now, what happens if we go to the standard steering wheel? They're just both included. It comes with a sports seat, and they're both included. So you get a free upgrade to the sport seats and stuff if you wanted. And then we've got the same materials as before. But that's the sort of like changes there. The other changes you'll get with some of the ships, because pretty much they share all the same component upgrades, is just the weapons and items packages. Some of them are more tailored than others for specific things. This is a 350R S loadout, which has better competition grade power plant and coolers and stuff like that. And then if we go for the even more expensive one, $21 and $22, across the board B grade competition class components. So that would be great for racing. However, what would be better for racing would probably be double checking to make sure all the components are correct. Maybe not having the missiles and the weapons, which you could all do in game. So that's all I'm saying. At this stage, an interesting choice to include the weapons packages. I'm surprised that there are not business customizations will be lost. There's not a gimbaled package for all the ships. I believe there's a gimbaled package for the 300i. Let's go down here. So as standard, we don't have a gimbaled package, but the 300G adds gimbals, which is actually pretty useful. I'm surprised that there isn't a gimbal package for each of them. And it just, for me, these curated, tailored packages, just, they need to be min-maxed effectively to be reasonable or really cheap. If you give me a really cheap created selection of weapons and items, then maybe I'd consider buying them. It's like, oh, it's a really cheap way of getting this new gear and items. So like, maybe not $11, maybe $5, maybe $7 for this $24 package. Do you see what I mean? That would encourage me to buy a lot more. That would be much more appealing to me, but not $24 when I can get better in-game with in-game money and actually have a reason to earn in-game money. But yeah, as I said, odd that they haven't got gimbals, a gimbal package for each of the ships yet. But as I said, stuff like that might change. Let's have a quick look at the 315p. So it does appear that each of the different variants have their own origin celebration colors, which are free. So you can differentiate them. Although there's a lot of them. You can see that little 315 number there. That's pretty cool. So some of them are going to look really great, some of them not so much. So your standard colors. So let's have a look at the different weapon packages for the 315p. There is gimbaled options, which is good. That's sort of what I wanted. And the 315p GT, that makes sense. Please add gimbaled options, especially high-end gimbal options for all the ships. If you're going to have these packages, it just makes sense. Even if it's just for sort of like in-law reasons. And make them cheaper. I mean, okay, this one's only $6, admittedly. That one's 16. Where's this one? Standard tractor beam. Oh yeah, it comes with the tractor beam, doesn't it? 315p. Although the tractor beam isn't functional yet, so bear that in mind. Okay, so it's got two size 3 ballistic Gatling guns and improved power plant, shield and cooler, and quantum drive. Okay. So the GT comes with those gimbaled mounts, but it doesn't come with weapons that I particularly like. Those distortion repeaters, they're not my cup of tea at the moment. Maybe when they get a proper physicalized components, maybe I'll like distortion repeaters a bit more. But we'll have to wait and see. But that's basically it for the customization system. So once we buy something, so let's grab a 300i and let's customize it. Customize it and then chuck it in the game. I quite like that for the Origin Celebration colors. And let's go for carbon fiber. We go Okay, for the sport steering wheel, let's have the standard chair. Should we have... Yeah, let's have the white seat. And... Carbon fiber finish? Carbon fiber finish. Have the grey darker sheets. And... we want an upgraded weapon system. Yeah, let's take the gimbaled one. Because why not? Bam. We've got our beautiful ship here. Which we will add to our cart. $73. And we're given some credit with the PTU 3.5.1 to be able to purchase that. Oh, look at this bad boy. I really like this color scheme. In fact, a lot of other ships I've got, 300 series ships, I've all painted in a very similar way. I like the yellows. I don't know, it's just BoredGamer on brand, isn't it? That's the idea. Right, where's my target? There you are. So I've got the gimbaled loadout here by default, the 300i, and I think it's incredibly powerful still. Just the auto gimbals, they haven't really been super balanced yet. When I get to about 1800 meters, I could start shooting, but I didn't want to ram into the side of the pen. But just incredibly easy to shoot. The AI, not great at the moment, but they're less jittery in the game. They sort of like improved that sort of element of them, so they actually will fight you and do stuff. But sometimes they feel like they're going AFK. They still improvements that are required. Probably in 3.6 though. I get to about 5,000. I will slow down. I'll do a flyby as I get to about 2,000. I can fire. The auto gimbals just lightly aiming for me, making it incredibly easy to get kills. But that's why I think a load of the ships at the moment should have gimbaled loadouts by default. I mean, if you get really, really good with more powerful fixed weapons, yeah, you're going to be doing a lot more damage. Definitely, but sort of like casual chill, those gimbaled selections are certainly going to be appealing for some people. So let's take a look around our ship. We've got that cool carbon fiber. Got the changes that we made to our seat. Realised that, oh no, it's weird. It's just sort of like highlighting that logo when I go close. We've got our toilet. Very bright in here. We can have a sit down if we want. We can close it. Very cool that we can change the internals. Not that much sort of like color changes. We've obviously got the carbon fiber that we've put all around the ship, which is pretty cool. We've got the clock, which counts upwards from our start of our game session when we logged in, I think. A little picture of the X1 changes. Hopefully we'll be able to put our own pictures or screenshots or something in there in the future. We've got a food maker, which I will use. You can tell it's making food because it's spinning. And then we can open it to reveal nothing. An empty food maker. We can turn on this, which doesn't seem to do anything at the moment. That's the speaker. We've got a cup of coffee. We can't use it yet, but we can carry it. And I believe we can drink it. Oh, the coffee's a little bit clippy. An empty cup, apparently. Let us place it back down. Yeah. Also, interactions. Carry the bowls of water. And 3.5.1 live, I believe any changes that you make on the internals of your ship, even placing things and leaving doors open, should persist. I'm not sure if they'll persist with reclaims, those changes. I don't think they would, but certainly the loadouts of your ship will persist. So if you change systems or weapons on your ship, they will persist between reclaims. Let's have a little lie down. But I don't believe your cargo will. I don't believe that moving flare items around will persist either. But once they're reclaimed anyway. Oh, hello. Didn't know you were there. We can even change a large MFD on our bed, which will potentially become an area for watching TV or whatever, but we can have comms calls or change some of the systems here. Render to texture stuff can be used here if they wanted to. This is where we could log off if we were in the persistent universe. Hopefully we'll set that to actually have the real life time. Yeah, I absolutely love the rework of the 300 series, and I love the idea of the customization system. I just wish it was fully in-game. I don't really see the point of the loadouts changes with the customizer, with the manufacturer customizing with real money. Like, that's expensive for something that's not as good. Oh! Apparently... Oh no, what's going on? Okay. We're falling twice. Well. That's just great, isn't it? Good job. Thanks, Star Citizen. Thanks. You're the best. Anyway, if you want to see anything specific in 3.5.1, please tell me in the comments below. That was a quick look at the customization system and the 300 that we just bought there. Yeah. Bloody alphas, eh? Am I right? Every month we have a ship giveaway. For June, we have an Origin 890 Jump, the massive luxury ship that should also be flyable with Alpha 3.6 at the end of the month. That is a huge sort of like capital luxury ship. It's been donated by Odyssey Interstellar, a friendly industrial expansionist organization in Star Citizen that focus on mining, trading, industry, exploration, research, and infrastructure. In short, commerce is their goal. They run regular weekly events in-game now. Please check them out if you are looking for an org to join. Links down below. There are a couple of services I shield for as well that you might find useful. If you're looking for a VPN, then check out NordVPN. I use it for security, privacy, and more. It has massive advantages over free VPNs, and if you use the code BoredGamer, you get 75% off your subscription. Boom! Also, there is Shadow Cloud Gaming. This is an alternative to having your own or upgrading your gaming rig on PC. It leverages the power of the internet and your own Shadow server that emulates a high-spec Windows 10 PC, so you can play up to 144Hz 4K anywhere with an old PC, laptop, smartphone, or even tablet. Freedom to play anywhere. The internet is good enough anyway, and it works really well with Star Citizen and all the games that I play, and is constantly updated and even improved with new hardware. Again, use the code BoredGamer for discount. Links below to all of that jazz. Thank you to all that support the channel through Patreon, the YouTube join button, donations, subscribe star, as well as anyone that just generally subscribes, likes, comments, and shares my content. Dings that bell, ding ding. If you feel so inclined, you can find links to all of that down below. A special thank you though to my VIP producers this month: Dalamars, Catastrus, Raz, Gear Khan, General Aventador, Robert Johnson, and Andy Green, who have given well beyond the norm in support for the channel. I know a load of other people have, but I can't name them all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.